I'm gonna live, 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 live until I die. Yeah. And before YouTube flags me. The Killer's Game. Literally, I had someone in the comments from way out of the theater. I'm gonna just adjust this real quick. I'm sitting on the couch instead today. Boop. All right. There we go. That's it there. So I had someone in the theater reaction comment how they didn't even know this movie was coming out. It's kind of clear a lot of people I don't think know this movie's coming out. There was like 4 other people in the audience with us when we saw it. But The Killer's Game, the new Dave Bautista action film, action kind of comedy. Is that how it's labeled? I want to say it's kind of an action comedy. Yeah, action comedy thriller sort of movie, rated R, definitely is rated R. And it's the same old trope of Bautista is a well-known killer, very skilled, very dangerous, who wants to get out of the game. He meets a woman. He's gonna retire. It turns out he thinks he's sick, and he says, "Oh, I don't want her to see me get like this. It's just gonna be terrible. Take me out quick." Goes to someone who wants him dead, and is like, "Okay, I'm gonna pay you to take me out." And then, as you see in the trailer, oh no, we switched. Your test got switched around. I'm so sorry, but you might want to get your eyes checked. So yeah, and that's it. And then everyone's trying to kill him. There you go. Now I will basically sum up right now what I said in the out of the theater reaction. Is it a good movie? No, not me, not my girlfriend. I don't think anyone's really gonna say it's a good movie. Is it a fun movie? Yeah, I'd say it's a fun movie. You know what? This is something I could put on in the background and kind of just veg while working and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun. It's a entertaining time. Let's start with all the things I liked about it, because there was actually a lot to like in this movie, I think. One, I think all the acting is perfectly fine. Nothing stand out. I think they're all good. Even Bautista, while I think he's a little... Bautista's one of those actors at this time who still hasn't peaked yet. He's always improving. He's great as Drax, because obviously James Gunn knows how to use him. I actually liked Stuber, by the way. I thought Stuber was a pretty fun little movie. And he was actually really good. I think some of his best acting was that scene in Guardians 2, ironically, also with Palm Clementine, where him and Mantis are sitting on Ego, and he's reminiscing about his family, and yeah, that was some great facial acting from him. But also his brief little scene in the beginning of Blade Runner 49, a movie I'm not a big fan of, honestly. I like the original a lot, but a second one just didn't work for me. But his acting's actually really good in that movie. So he's constantly trying to improve his craft. Oh, and Glass Onion. Loved him in Glass Onion. Musical puppy. Did you like him in Glass Onion too, Papa? But loved him in Glass Onion. So he's one of those guys that a lot of people have kind of been wondering, can he carry a film on his own? Can he be the lead? And I will say this. For the first couple of scenes, I want to say 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, it's a little tricky to say if I'm liking his performance. He's not god awful. He's a little wooden, but admittedly, Bautista's present, his ability to emote is a little difficult. That's, I think, one of Bautista's problems as an actor, is ability to emote. Apart from doing his Drax yelling, which he does do, go on, doing that, he can do that fine. But in terms of actually more complex emoting, emotional emoting, I think he's still needs to work on it. I think he still struggles a bit. But once the film does get going, once it does start to hit its stride, I think that's the best way to do it. Once it starts to hit its stride, I think he starts to really work well. Particularly, there's a scene where he's trying to text Sophia Boutella to agree to at dinner, and he's constantly just saying, "Hey, what's and be like for a lot because yeah, that's real, that's very real." But Ben Kingsley plays that is Handler. I guess he plays kind of the guy he plays the Winston to his John Wick kind of, but he works for him here, and they're really good friends. And I love Ben Kingsley, and he's good. I like Ben. He's got some great jokes. I don't know, I can't remember the actress's name off the top of my head, but the actress who plays River Song in Doctor Who, she's his wife. So she is a riot. Oh my god, I love her. And then obviously you see Terry Crews is in there. He plays a hitman called Love Doll. There's a lot of actors and actresses who are just, you recognize and maybe don't know their name. Palm Clemente plays a different as individual similar to Winston, but who hates him. But because of professional rules, she can't go after him until he put the hit on her, and obviously she ignores it. Scott Adkins shows up as one of the Angus Mackenzie brothers. Angus Mackenzie. These Scottish hitmen who literally are always dubbed because their Scotch is so thick and the slang is so extreme that you're like, okay, this is what they're talking about. And I kind of loved them. They were kind of among my favorites. But no, like they're all fun. I love Terry Crews is great. And then Sofia Boutella is, I put it best. Sofia Boutella, first off, is very charming in the movie. She's just got this natural. First off, she's a gorgeous woman. This natural sex appeal, but she's also adorable simultaneously. She is both sexy but cute, and it's like, I want to make love to you, but I just want to kind of hold you and just go like, oh, you're so cute. Like I want to do both simultaneously with you. So all the actors are having a lot of fun. You know what? That's a big thing about this movie that can give it props. All the actors are having fun. That's a big thing about this, is all the actors are having fun. And you can tell it's on the screen. They had a good time making this film. All the action is also actually really good. It gets rough at points too. And I don't mean rough as in, like that didn't look good. I mean rough as in some of the kills get brutal. There's one kill that my girlfriend just kind of went, like, oh god, no, why'd you have to do that? But yeah, like a couple of the fight sequences are just bloody and messy and just a ton of fun to watch. So ultimately, you know, I loved it on that ground alone. And the character dynamics are a lot of fun too. But that is kind of where all my and luckily that makes up a giant chunk of the film. So the ridiculous nature of it is certainly helpful to keep the movie entertaining, but it falls short on a lot of other things. First off, CGI blood all over the freaking place. CGI blood everywhere. Like, oh my god, the amount of CGI. I get it. Guess it's cheaper at this point instead of constantly cleaning up, but CGI blood, man, holy crap. Like the first kill we see, I'm like, oh, that's CGI. Well, great, we're in for that. But I don't know if it's a script issue. Well, it's definitely a script issue. Some of the dialogue is terrible. No matter how well they deliver it, some of the dialogue is just bad. Particularly coming from, unfortunately, our leads. And Bautista, again, he himself will tell you, he's not the strongest actor. He tries to work and get better at it, but he's not the strongest actor. So for him to not have good dialogue, you need good direction. If you don't have good direction, you need good dialogue. And neither is really apparent here. He's doing the best he can with what he's got. And frankly, I think he does better than he probably has any right to be doing in a situation like this. But he's... let me put it this way. There's so many standard tropes of, and me and my girlfriend were kind of pointing it out. Last night with like standard tropes when we were watching, not last night, previous night, with rewatching Black Adam, because it was our time for Black Adam on the watch roster for DCU, about cliches, and you know, the constant, I'm going to send everyone after you, lure them all together in one place, you know, this square off mano a mano, everyone's got a gimmick in this world, and some of the gimmicks are fine, others I'm like, what? Botos, the Spanish bullfighter, mariachi dancer, whatever you want, flamenco dancer, samba dancer, who kills people with the spurs on his boots. Like, okay, come on. Now we're getting a little ridiculous. But there's also just like there's this lesbian couple of killers who are just basically like the sex sex is their whole identity, so they're doing a bunch of sex puns and like, oh come on. It's rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's rough at points, especially with some of the dialogue. It just and the direction doesn't help either, because the direction, quite frankly, it just. Here's what I mean by direction. You got like shots that come in, and like there's an aerial shot panning in on like an opera and like the opening scene, and I'm like, that looks good. Then later on, you get this whole like almost like Western style face off where you're focusing in on their eyes, just back and forth, and then there's a shot where he's having a conversation with Sofia Boutella, and it's just circling around them the whole time. And then we're watching, and me and my girlfriend we're watching, it's like, you thought this was cool looking? I was getting dizzy watching this. Like, oh my God, it was like so disorienting. And then it's just, there's plot points that don't add up, and this goes towards the direction as well. She literally sees him in the balcony of the guy he just killed. There's a dead body next to him. How does she not realize he's a killer and the one who killed him? I just, like, there's no logic here. Like, you just raised a huge plot hole right from the get. It's insane. And those kind of minor plot holes really run through the entirety of the film to whatever degree. And there's a lot of missed opportunities too. At one point they're in a church with a priest, and the priest gets shot. Like, are these minor spoilers? Sure, but do they ruin the movie? No. And instead of doing something actually kind of funny, where the priest would, Father, I know I said don't. Now, they had a funny scene previously with the priest. But then instead of capitalizing on it later on, where the priest gets shot, these guys go, Father, oh look, I know I promise you I shouldn't do anything like that, but and the priest says, just do it in the name of the Lord, just get him out of my, like, instead of doing something like that, the priest just sits there. That's pretty much it. But yeah, there's a lot of wasted potential, I think it is. What this film ultimately comes off as is a combination of the world of John Wick to a certain degree, but with the energy of Bullet Train, especially with like the sound. The soundtrack's great, by it. The soundtrack's kicking. But with the energy of Bullet Train and more of the tone of Bullet Train, like a discount world of John Wick mixed with the tone of Bullet Train, but with just a much lousier script. If this script had been at least twice as good, we would actually have a really solid film on our hands. As it stands, we have a film that's not really good, but it's entertaining. I had fun with it. If you're asking me of a up or thumbs down, I'll give it a thumbs up for entertainment. I can't go on record saying it's good. There's good stuff in it. The action is good. The characters, I think, are all fun and, having a good time. And luckily, that's a good chunk of the film, which is why I can at least kind of give it a thumbs up. But would I say it's something you need to rush out and see? No. Do I think you should at least watch it on the big screen? Yeah, you'll probably get more out of it on the big screen than you would on your TV. But at the same time, you would still be spending money. So, I don't know. Take it as it is, I suppose, that recommendation. Either way, though, that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. On trailers, we got... What did we get again? That's a good question. I actually can't remember. We actually didn't have as many trailers as we normally did. And I think that's because the types of films you have to attach to this, I think, are a little difficult to figure out. Okay, so what else did we get? Let's see here. Anything coming out right now? We got one that's... I couldn't even tell you the spelling of the name. It's kind of like... It's kind of a Pretty Woman. That's what it is. It's kind of a Pretty Woman. Where a call girl or whatever It basically marries this Russian kid. Turns out to be, a son of like a mobster or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. I'll see if I can find it. We got the Joker trailer again. Look, we'll see how well that does. I actually not having the best hope for that trailer. The Smile 2 trailer, the most recent trailer, we got that one again. Didn't get Venom: The Last Dance. Anything? I know we still got like 5 trailers, right? No, not Alto Nights, Wicked. Nope. Actually, we must have not gotten a lot of trailers because I'm not seeing a lot here. Huh. I know we got more than that, but regardless, we got some, nothing that really stood out. Next week though is gonna be Transformers 1. No, there's an early fan release. That's why Transformers 1 is coming out. So that's next week, and it comes out the same week as Wolves. Oh yeah, Wolves with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. So I'm kind of looking forward to that as well. But until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Later.